ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second semi-final of Robot Wars Armageddon Rebirth Series 2. We have 6 more machines who have battled their way through the heats to make it to the semi-finals. Let's see how they got this far. Up down, and the number 12 seeds beat AT20 in a very tough and well-earned judge's decision. They were flipped, smashed and bashed, but they came out on top in the end. For the judges, well done to them. Panic Attack, meanwhile, disposed of Evolution in very tactical ways, getting a hold of them and driving them into the flywheel of karma, sending them down the pit of oblivion. Watch out for the number 10 seeds in this semi-final. Shredder, meanwhile, absolutely destroyed Hate 2 with their huge spinning bar, and down the pit they went. Well done to Shredder. Behemoth caused one of the biggest upsets in history by beating the number 6 seeds Dogmeat in the Heat finals, flipping them up against the arena sidewall and then dumping them down the pit. The Hertfordshire machine sure did themselves proud. Meanwhile, Icefire, the number 4 seeds, took out Share and Destroy in very fine style. They looked very good, very dominant, and very powerful with their huge front hinged flipper. Watch out for these guys, they could be one to look out for. And finally, the number 2 seeds and last year's runners-up Rogue beat Kilohertz by dumping them down the pit of oblivion to get this far.
From the Isle of Wight and seeded number 12, up down.
A Lego machine, a card flipper, very powerful, very dangerous, very, very quick as well. Seeded 12, can they get up that ranking for next time around?
From Cumbra and seeded number 10, Panic Attack.
They performed very well in the heats. They've got those electric powered lifting forks, a lot of pushing power as well. Relatively slow though. Will the newer, quicker machines beat them, I wonder?
From Buckinghamshire, Shredder.
Like this one, for example, Shredder with its huge spinning bar weapon. It's very dangerous, it's very agile, it's very strong. Watch out, these guys could be underdogs for this, you know.
From Hempstead in Hertfordshire, Behemoth.
We have seen Behemoth before, of course. Great to see them back in the semi-final, finally making a semi-final. They've got their axe, their lifting scoop, they're very big and powerful. Could they cause a few upsets along the way?
From Tyne and Weir and seeded number 4, Icefire.
Icefire, the number 4 sees its huge front hinged flipper. It's quick, it's agile, it's dangerous. Can they do better than they did last year around and make it to the grand final battle?
From Essex and seeded number 2, Rogue 2.
Cassius 3 was the only thing that could stop these guys last time around. They're vastly improved this time, and with Cassius 3 out of the picture, these guys are who I've got my money on to win the series. Watch out for these guys, they are dangerous. So, the layout for this episode is simple. Rogue versus Behemoth, Icefire versus Updowner, but first we have the number 10 seeds Panic Attack versus the new boys Shredder. Let's get to the arena.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
If I had to put my money on one of these machines, it would probably have to be Shredder, to be honest, actually. Believe it or not, despite it being a newcomer, it is very, very deadly. But Panic Attack, you can't count them out. They have those lifting forks, and they have Kim Davies at the controls, don't forget, as well. One of the best drivers in Robot Wars Armageddon history. In robot combat history, if you ask me. And look there, the tactics! Great work there, getting underneath the frame and using the frame to their advantage, getting the forks jammed right in there, and now lifting Shredder up onto its side. Now, I said Shredder were my favourites to win this battle, but I didn't count on it getting side stranded. And now they're trying to get that spinning bar into play, but Panic Attack are holding up well here. Shredder's weapon is very destructive. They destroyed 3 robots in their heat to get to this stage, and they're currently, at the moment, getting owned themselves though, because Panic Attack are definitely on top of this one if you ask me. They can't seem to get through the armour of Panic Attack, and Panic Attack have once again got them stuck on their side, and have now got them in their grasp once again. And Panic Attack there are miles on top here, and Shredder full stop, are in a lot of trouble here. They've been picked up by Panic Attack, they've been paraded around. And Kim Davis knows it's only a matter of time until his machine has this victory in the bag. And I tell you what, that has even me shocked. Despite Panic Attack being the number 10 seeds, I thought they were going to struggle here. But they've done it with flying colours. Can anything stop Panic Attack this time around? It definitely isn't going to be Shredder. They're down the pit of oblivion. They're going into the losers melee. But Panic Attack make it through to the top 8. And relatively unfazed as well. These guys could go far this time around. Shredder, they lose this battle, but they are in the losers melee, so don't worry about that. Next up, we have number 4 seeds Icefire versus number 11 seeds Updowner.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
And once again, we have two very powerful flippers here. One has to wonder how Icefire will cope, however, with the weaker armour of the two, although it is also the slower as well, don't forget. Up Down has got a very powerful rear hinge flipper, but Icefire has a lot of control, as you can see, throwing Up Downer across the arena floor. This is a good battle already, isn't it? Flipping good stuff. Now, Up Downer, they've really worked hard on the machine this time around, and they've definitely improved it since last time. And look here, look at this! Both one's getting flipped backwards and forwards, but I think Up Downer have just been upended. Well, I don't know what the technical term I know. Upended basically means flipped in a position where their self-righting mechanism cannot self-right them. And as you can see, Up Downer's flipper can't gain enough purchase. And Icefire there, almost teasing them. And now Karma plucking up Downer by the flipper. And I'm wondering how much damage has been done there to the flipper of Up Downer. Malfunction, missed Up Downer there first. Now down comes the axe. Oh, under the flipper. So again, more damage being done. The CO2 rams, I'm sure they've been knackered out as well. Look at that, it's a poor sorry sight. And I'm wondering if they can fix that flipper for the loser's melee. They've been plucked up by Karma, and they're about to be dumped down the pit any second now. Well done there. Down they go. Down the pit of oblivion, and very well done there to Icefire. Very well driven, very well controlled, and very powerful. Icefire go through Up Downer in the loser's melee. Next up we have Rogue 2, our number 2 seeds, up against Behemoth. Let's get to the arena.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Two very powerful lifting mechanisms, but Rogue is definitely the lower at the front, flipping Behemoth up and over immediately and then slamming into the arena side wall. And now underneath the side foot panels again, and flipping him up and over. Behemoth can self-right, they've got a very effective self-righting mechanism. Behemoth scoop, trying to gain purchase. Can they self-right? Yes they can, only just though. Now pushing to Karma's CP10 by Rogue. Rogue, I tell you what, they are so much more improved this time around, so powerful. Behemoth plucked and then dropped by Karma, rolled up and over again. Can they self-right this time? They seem to be struggling with self-righting, and Rogue now pushing them towards the edge of the pit of oblivion. And that's great tactics. They can't self-right from there. They can't self-right from there at all. Behemoth, they're in trouble now, and they're gone down the pit of oblivion they go. And Rogue 2 sail on through to the top 8 as if it was easy, really. Rogue 2, they go through. Behemoth, they lose that battle. However, they do go on to the loser's melee, where they will face off against both Up Down on the number 12 seeds and Shredder. It should be a heck of a three-way. Let's get to it.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
After what we've seen in this semi-final, I couldn't pick a winner out of these three, to be honest. I thought all three of these machines were tough and strong, but they got made to look like, well, nothing compared to whoever they went up against. There's the disc of Shredder, but they've been flipped over there by Up Down, and there's Behemoth trying to come into play as well. And there's Shredder's huge spinning bar slamming in. Will that be the key factor? It has the damage factor, don't forget. Meanwhile, Behemoth and Up Down are more lifting weapons, flipping weapons, so they have less damage potency, and Shredder sees a weak point there, I think, in Up Downer, or maybe they think they're their main threat and are trying to get rid of them. Behemoth, meanwhile, just trying to really catch up in this so far. Good flick there though against Shredder. Shredder up against you in the side wall there. Now that looked key. Oh, something's come off of Up Downer there. Not too sure what that was. Another huge slam there by Shredder. Shredder definitely trying to get rid of Up Downer here. I think they think Up Downer is the major threat. To be fair, it is the only seed in this battle. Up Downer missing a flip there on Behemoth. In comes Shredder once again on the back of Up Downer. Good fight this one. Behemoth, I'd say, has probably been the least active of the three machines so far. So far for me, it's all been Shredder and a little bit of Up Downer. And oh, look there at the damage. Up Downer have been completely dismantled by Shredder, and there is the power of Shredder's weapon, as we said, and that surely now makes them hot favourites to win this loser's melee. They're such a great machine for a rookie, aren't they? That spinning bar, so deadly. But Behemoth now pushing them back against the arena sidewall. Oh, and I've toppled them against the arena sidewall and they've punched them on their side. Now, will that prove costly? Oh, that's what's left of Up Downer. Last time around, they got absolutely destroyed. Spent them all that time rebuilding it, and they're going back to the Isle of Wight in pieces yet again. Oh, it's such a shame for Up Downer. Behemoth flipping itself up and over, but now righting itself. And meanwhile, Shredder, oh, that is such a shame as well. They've been immobilised for far too long, beached against the arena sidewall. They couldn't get away from there. And that was a good tactic there by Behemoth. Good driving by Anthony Pritchard. And now it's only a matter of time until Shredder go down the pit, and that is a huge shame. I hope they come back again next time around. But they're down the pit of oblivion, and Behemoth, the surprise package there, managing to win the losers melee. Well done to them. Up, down on the number 12 seeds, and Shredder both go out. Behemoth join the other three in the top 8. They're going up against Icefire, number 4 seeds later on, but first it's Rogue 2 versus Panic Attack.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
The number 2 seeds versus the number 10 seeds, the 2 control machines. 2 very powerful lifting actuator weapons. And, well, to be honest, this could go either way if I'm honest, but Rogue 2 have got Panic Attack where they want them in the CPs ever. Panic Attack self-righting. Rogue 2 pushing Nail there, that wasn't very wise. And now underneath Panic Attack, oh goodness me, they had them out of the pit there. But Panic Attack getting in behind Rogue now. That was good tactics and good driving by Kim Davis. The judges want to take a note of that. Don't forget, strategy, control, damage, aggression, that's what the judges look out for. And this one could very well go to the judges between these two. They're both very well driven machines, very powerful machines too. But Rogue 2 for me are on top at the moment, getting in on that side now. Panic Attack and flipping them over again. That's twice they flipped Panic Attack over, and they pushed him into the CP set there. More great strategy there. Fantastic driving control by Rogue 2 as well. And now Nail crumpling in behind the lifting fork mechanism. Although that proved costly for Panic Attack. This is a really good battle here. Panic Attack on the edge of a bit of oblivion as well. Goodness me, they get away. Oh, but they're still on the edge, but they get away now. Rogue pushing them back though. Good fight here. Can anything stop the number 2 seeds this time around? Because for me, they are winning this battle, and they could very well be making another grand final at this rate. Getting underneath Panic Attack once again. Panic Attack really do need to do something about that lowness, but again getting those lifting forks underneath and nearly toppling them over. What a battle this has been so far for a place in the grand final. I think a battle worthy of a grand final, to be honest. 2 fantastic machines, and Panic Attack flips over Rogue! Rogue 2 been flipped over Panic Attack. I don't think they have a self-righting mechanism. And Rogue 2 are in all sorts of trouble now because Panic Attack know they have a robot in their power. Kim Davis, one of the greatest drivers in Rebel Time in history, have plucked Rogue 2 up into the air and are about to dump them down the pit any second now, or can they? Rogue hanging on for dear life, but I think it's too late for them. Oh, what a huge upset. The number 2 seeds. It's all over for Rogue 2, I'm afraid. They've been immobilised for far too long, and they've taken huge damage there from Nail as well, who've crumpled into the vulnerable underbelly. And Rogue 2, without a self-righting mechanism, that is a huge shock to me. And Panic Attack, the number 10 seeds, are going to be going through to the grand final here. Down the pit of oblivion go Rogue 2. Oh, that is such a shame for them. And Panic Attack through to the grand final. What a performance, what a machine. Well done, Kim Davis. Rogue 2, the number 2 seeds are out. Panic Attack, the number 10 seeds are through to the grand final. And now it's Icefire, number 4 seeds versus Behemoth.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Oh, I'll tell you what, it's good to get my breath back. Oh, goodness me, what an attack straight away there by Behemoth, though. Flipping Icefire up and over. Now, remember, it is a case of who is quickest to the mark. And I think Behemoth definitely was the quickest to the mark there. They flipped Icefire up and over into the sea, but they were Nail and Nail crushing into the vulnerable underbelly. Oh, Behemoth have flipped Nail up and over with Icefire trapped underneath. Are Icefire in the pit of oblivion? I'm not too sure. They're so close. They're so close to going down the pit of oblivion here. Behemoth, you've only got to stay out of trouble and you've had it won. Because surely every second Icefire is trapped there, it counts as immobilisation. There's Malfunction coming in. Now, is Malfunction on a free Icefire here, or is it actually attacking it because it's been immobilised? Nail's been flipped up and over. Nail trying to claw her way back out of the pit of oblivion, and meanwhile Icefire getting closer and closer towards that pit of oblivion. Now Nail is back on her wheels and has taken Icefire back over. Icefire, look at the huge hole punctured in the bottom. Behemoth now pushing Icefire along. Is there any power left on the Icefire lifting arm? I'm not too sure. That frontage river, what a surprise this is for the number 4 seeds. I don't think they expected that, and Behemoth, definitely a dominant force in that fight, and I think he'll be making it through to the grand final here. I don't think there's any life left in Icefire whatsoever. I think they've died. I think they took too much damage from Malfunction's axe earlier. And Behemoth Wow, what a performance by Behemoth that was. Ice Fire flipped out of the arena by malfunction. They're definitely gone now. And Behemoth going through to the grand final. What a performance. Well done to them. I hope they do well. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this. I've been Anson9132, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.